This is Ranbir from Sensei Barbell. I wanted to touch on a topic. Why is it so difficult to change our lives? Like, why do we all know what we need to do, but we're unable to do it? I had I get to talk to a lot of people. Last year alone, I talked to over 1,000 people who wanted to get healthier and change their lives, burn fat, build muscle, uh, be more self confident, be more, um, be able to participate in life more, right? Just from a physical standpoint. I had a guy tell me, the thing that got him to change was he went to Disneyland with his kids and he couldn't ride on the ride. So, yesterday, or recently, I spoke with a guy who's very, very nice guy, very uh, committed and successful guy, and really good at his job, and wants to take care of his family. And he wanted to lose weight, and he was, over 260 pounds, about 5'11". He has diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high everything except for maybe, high self-esteem. That's probably the only thing that he was lacking. And he has a daughter. His daughter is about 13 years old and following in his footsteps. Um, he could not get himself to start a program. And I told him, I was like, whether you start with us or go somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Just promise me this, that you'll start, all right? Because you're 43 years old. This is He had his father actually died when he was 48, and he weighed nearly 430 pounds, and so he's already seen what can happen, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to him. And his daughter, who's also, her health habits are not, you know, they're leading her down a similar path, and so it's this thing like we want to, but we won't do the things, or we can't get ourselves to do it. And this isn't uncommon. I mean, in our country, we have, you know, people spending over $30 billion every year on fat loss fixes, fitness, nutrition, diets, uh, stupid things like detoxes and cleanses and waist trainers. And yet 7 out of 10 people are overweight or obese. It doesn't take a genius to realize that something is wrong. And all of these people have compelling reasons to change, but they can't. How come? A lot of them, they don't, like, you really don't think that you can do it. Maybe you're not conscious of that, but you don't believe that it's possible for you. And when you've grown up around people that have not a single person that this guy knows is healthy. None of his family, his coworkers, his friends, you know, he's never seen anybody who's sustainably been able to do this either. Yeah, everybody loses, the same 5 to 10 pounds, 15 pounds. Some people even lose, 20, 30 pounds, and they all gain it back plus. And maybe he's scared of the work. In his head, the amount of work that is required to make this change seems impossible. And it's not. I mean, being, somebody who knows how the body works, and not only has dramatically changed my body and life and health, but I've helped, over 500 people do the same. It's not impossible. And that's just the perception, that we have on the outside looking in. And I could see it on his face. The other thing was, it was like he felt uncomfortable being in such a positive, encouraging environment, because when you're not around that, it's a little weird at first. You know, when you're constantly around negative people, cynical people, it's weird. It's different. And so, the other thing is, when you come into a place where everybody, or seemingly that, this is everybody knows what they're already doing, and I'm going to feel weird or awkward. Um, Maybe people will judge me, you know. I don't want to look like an idiot. These are all very reasonable things to think when you're coming into a new environment. And, I know San Jose Barbell, because this was my intention from the very beginning. I know that San Jose Barbell and the Hippopotamus Republic stand up. I know that that is the most supportive, encouraging, and positive place that you'll ever be a part of. But he doesn't know that. And I could say whatever I want. But at the end of the day, it's up to him to say, all right, I'm going in. So I offered him some advice from Abraham Lincoln before he left. You know, one of the quotes was, half finished work generally proves to be labor lost. And my point with this was like, you have to commit. It doesn't matter. Pick something. Doesn't matter what you pick, and just do it and finish it. Pick something and stick with it. There will be ups and downs, but that's all right, because the thing that's going to make it work is not that you did it perfectly, but that you completed it, right? And so the next thing was, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. What's the point of living to 90 if you're dragging around a half functioning corpse of a body for the majority of it, right? Who cares? What good is it to live to 90 and then the last 40 to 60 years you couldn't do anything and you were on so many medications that you had to carry around one of those pill boxes to organize all the pills. All right. What's the life in your years, not the years in your life? And of course, one of my mentors, somebody I look up to a lot, Martin Rooney, he says that all the time, and it's an important lesson that I've taken away from him. And it's applicable to everything, right? Not just health. But as for me, I want to live a vigorous life, an active life, a powerful life, an aggressive life for my kids, for my future kids, for my wife, for myself, for my parents, for my clients and my friends and my brothers and my sister, and for you. All right? So that every morning I wake up, I'm ready to go to war to help you become the best version of yourself. All right? So if you ever need any help, all right, you feel like you're so far deep in that hole that you don't know if there is even any light at the end of the tunnel, I'm here for you. Any of the coaches, any of the staff at San Jose Barbell, any student in the Hippopotamus Republic is here for you. All right. So go out there. Don't be afraid. If you are afraid, go anyway. I promise you, it's much better than the alternative. This is Ranbir from San Jose Barbell, live from the Hippopotamus Republic. Have a fantastic day.